friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys a few of the goals that I have set for us for 2022. Now, I will tell you, these goals are not just homeschool related. These are just kind of our overall goals as a family. So just something to keep in mind as I share them with you. They are in no particular order either. They're just things that have come to my mind, and I wrote them down and figured I would share them with you. Okay, so first up I have completing gather round units. And by that I mean just the units that we have kind of already decided that we wanted to do. And I made a list. I had kind of a general idea when we would be done with those. That is probably not going to be when we actually get done, because we threw in this intro to psychology unit, which we obviously did not plan for. And that's totally fine. I just would like to get through the other ones that we've already planned, because I have a ton of books that I bought for those units and I'm really excited about reading them and getting into them, but I don't have the units for them, so you know what I'm saying. So those units, I have intro to psychology, obviously, we are getting into that one, living off the land, farming and food, and the transportation unit. So those are the four that we still have on our list that I would like to try and get done this year. Next up is to finish Master Books Math. I feel like we have been trying to get through this book for well over a year now, and it just seems like it's dragging. We've not been very consistent with it, which is obviously why it is taking us so long. I have a feeling once we get back into it, it's gonna go by very quickly. But yeah, I'm just ready to be done with this one. I may even look at a different math. I don't really even know. Math has always been a thing. Like I wanted to change it, but then I didn't. And then I did, but then I decided not to. And I just don't know. At this point, my goal is to just get through the one that we already have, and then I'll decide from there. Another goal that I have set, and this again is just more of a family type goal, is I am ready to get our garden beds situated, get them set up, and plant for spring. We did do a little bit of gardening last year, and I just planted in big, what are those big round things that I can't think of? Just containers, instead of actually planting in like a raised bed or in ground or anything like that, because I wanted to test it out and kind of see how it did. Turns out I just need to get raised beds, and I'm just gonna have to go with it. So I'm ready to do that. We will start small because I don't want to overwhelm ourselves. And we learned a lot through planting our corn and green beans and all of that stuff. And so yeah, I'm ready to just expand that a little bit. It will open up my ability to grow different things. And so yeah, that is one of my goals. Get at least one, maybe two raised garden beds and get some things planted in the spring. Another thing that I would like to do this year is to just plan some more adventures, trips, field trips, those types of things. I upped it last year. I feel like we did quite a bit more last year than we had the previous year. And so, yeah, I want to keep on going and keep doing that. I want us to get some more fun things in. If you guys probably don't know, but I actually have extreme anxiety when it comes to driving, especially when I need to drive on major highways or interstates. I'll put it to you this way. I have not driven on an interstate I don't know how long, a couple of years. I tried it a year or so ago and it did not turn out well. And this is a fairly new thing. I never had this problem until just a handful of years ago. And yeah, so it is something that I am working through, and it makes it really difficult actually, because where we live, you have to get on the interstate in order to get anywhere in, less than 2 hours. So that is something that I really want to try and focus on this year, is just keep going with that, keep getting out, keep planning some of those fun things, and just, work through that. And next on my list is just to get us back into a rhythm. We started with just using Morning Basket in the living room. That worked out pretty good for a season, and then it wasn't working. So then I had I don't even remember what I called it, but like a fun basket of more just like activity type things in the living room. And then we had like our actual Morning Basket here, actually right here, in the classroom, and that worked for a little while. And then that slowly kind of faded out, and then holidays came and all that stuff, and we haven't been doing anything. So yeah, I need to get us kind of back into some sort of rhythm. I am fully aware that that likely will change a few more times, and I'll have to adjust and all that stuff. And I'm fine with whatever that looks like. I just need to do it. We need to slowly get back into some sort of rhythm here, and have some sort of pace to our days, because things tend to go a lot better when we both kind of know what comes next and we know what to expect. Last thing on my list, again, this is an overall family kind of deal, which I guess kind of the rhythm thing is too, because even that, when Dad gets home, it's been a little bit of a mess with the holidays because everything is changing and it's been hunting season, and so things have all just been kind of crazy. So as those things are winding down, yeah, a rhythm for the whole family would be great. But the next one is to go to the grocery store less. And that one may seem very different and very off, but that is a goal of mine this year. I have found a company, a local company that actually offers produce boxes. Well, it's not just produce, it's also meat and milk and all of those things from local farms in our area. And so that's something that I am looking into to kind of get me more familiar with more of the local farms. The area that I am in specifically, there's a couple things, but we really don't have enough of what I would need. And so, yeah, I've got to get some more information on more farms so that I can shop there. And that's where I want my money to be going. So yeah, I just need to figure out who has what and all of that kind of stuff. And so that is a goal of mine. I do already use White Oak Pastures for meat. I think I have talked about that before. I love White Oak. They're just not too local. So yeah, I'm still kind of, I don't know on meats, but at least produce, dairy, all of that stuff, I would like to try and keep those local and slowly work towards not needing to go to the grocery store. We do use Azure as well for more of our pantry staples and things like that. So again, that's just another big goal, is just to slowly work towards that. It is another thing that is definitely a process. At least for me, it has been. It is not as easy as you think it would be. And I am not at a place where I can just completely empty my pantry and my fridge and my freezer and then buy all of the things to restock it back. I just have to slowly work through replacing things and stuff like that. Also building up a little bit of a stock with it as well. So yeah, that is what I have for goals for us this year. I feel like those are pretty attainable. yeah, we'll see. I'll have to give you guys an update towards the end of the year on how all of these actually worked out. But yeah, if you have any goals set for yourself or your family this year, leave those in the comments. I love chit-chatting and getting to know you guys. So yeah, let me know what you've got. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.